Now let's be honest, nobody really knows the secret to a viral TikTok sound. Songs and sounds blow up on TikTok overnight. But what if you could learn from and use those same types of trends to make more people discover your music? These sounds blow up because there are some defining traits that these sounds seem to have in common. They're easy for people to lip sync to, create transitions to, or turn into a relatable thing of their own. And adding a little bit of cringe sometimes helps too. In this video, I'll show you how to take inspiration from TikTok trends to create audios that stand out. I'm going to show you 3 TikTok trend formulas and how to make them yourself in BandLab. Let's get started with trend number 1, the transition sounds. You've definitely heard many variations of this one. You hear a line, it could be an audio snippet from a movie, a TV show, or just someone random saying something funny, dramatic, or super relatable, and then the song drops. These sounds blow up because anyone can take that quote and make it fit their own story. So how can we use this concept to promote our own music? Think about the vibe of your track. What kind of emotion or energy does it carry? Then think about a line that matches that feeling and speaks directly to the kind of audience you want to reach. Let's look at some examples. Let's start with this aggressive sounding pop track. I think the start of this song works perfect for a transition sound, where our quote kind of serves like a badass countdown for it. So this is the line I recorded. 3, 2, 1. Wait, one more time. 3, 2. And then the beat drops. Now this does not sound badass yet, but we'll work on that. The project looks really simple. I've got my song at the top and my recorded line right below that. Next, I converted the first half of the line to a female voice and the second half of the line to a male voice using voice changer.
3, 2, 1. Wait, one more time.
3, 2.
And I added auto pitch to the male voice with the Gorgon setting, some studio reverb and the new 1-knob toasty effect for saturation to make the contrast between the voices even bigger and darker, so the transition matches the vibe of my song. And this is what we got.
3, 2, 1. Wait, one more time.
3, 2.
For the next example, I got inspired by this quirky electronic track. This is the line I recorded. I love things. I love big things, small things, shiny things, quiet things, loud things if it's a thing. I love it. Again, I've got my song at the top and my recorded line right below it. I converted my voice to the new Velvet Blossom voice with voice changer.
I love things. I love big things, small things, shiny things, quiet things, loud things if it's a thing. I love it.
And I added a simple vocal chain to the voice, which consists of the visual EQ, the multiband compressor to bring the voice forward, and the 1-knob echo. As a final touch and to add to that electronic vibe, I added auto pitch on the Apple X setting to the voice, and this is how it turned out.
I love things. I love big things, small things, shiny things, quiet things, loud things if it's a thing. I love it.
Now, I can imagine that it's hard to think of any lines that fit your song transition. So a really cool variation on this trend is using sound design at the start to build tension into a transition, just like this. For the next example, we are creating a sound for this country song. And I think the intro of it will work perfectly for a relax and unwind type of TikTok sound. My project looks really simple. I've got my song at the top, to which I've added an effects chain to make it extra vibey. I created this chain with one of BandLab's new AI features called Generate with Prompt. I described what I wanted my effects to sound like, and this is what it generated. Now the rest of my tracks are sound design. The first one is a track with some birds with a lot of reverb on them, a track with a wave crashing on the shore which serves as a background ambience. And lastly, I recorded myself breathing in and out, timing my exhale right when the music starts to emphasize the transition. I am keeping my inhale dry and my exhale has, you guessed it, reverb. The vocal verb to be exact, because I want it to sound quite big, so I chose the hall setting. And this is what it sounds like. last example for this trend can really be applied to any music genre. It starts out with this headphones breaking down sound effect, and then it switches to your song. But we're going to make your song sound like it's playing through speakers at a gym. And you're going to see why in a minute. Up here at the top, I've got the AirPods breaking down sound effect. And right below that is my song, which is already playing during the AirPods sound effect. I added the multi-filter effect to cut out the highs and then automated it so the filter slowly opens up, imitating that moment when your AirPods disconnect and the sound switches to what you hear in the room. Next, I used the Univerb with the atrium setting to give the music that realistic echoey space, like it's bouncing around at a gym. And finally, I automated the reverb to fade out so it smoothly transitions from the gym speaker sound into your full quality mix. And this is the result. Trend number 2, slowed and reverb. I'm sure you've heard some of your favorite songs, but in a slowed down tempo, sounding super dreamy and spacious. That's called a slowed and reverb version, and it's huge on TikTok. Basically, it's when a song is slowed down, pitched a little lower, and drenched in reverb, giving it a sexy cinematic feel, and here is how you can do that with your own track in BandLab. Open up a new project and import your song. Tap the region and choose time stretch. Now play around with slowing down the speed of your song by dragging the end of your region out. And pitch your song down for a deeper tone. I'm pitching it down 2 semitones. And then add some reverb to your track. I'll be using Univerb. Turn up the knob until it sounds atmospheric but not too muddy. And now we have this. Now I'm going to start with the regular version and cut to the slowed and reverb version. And this is what that sounds like. Baby, this ain't how it's gotta be. Lately you've been online chronically. Trend number 3, remixing existing songs. The last trend we'll talk about is one that is such a great opportunity for music creators because you can show off your music production style while making use of a song that's already known by a very broad audience. Start out by uploading the song you want to remix into your project. Use Splitter to separate your song into vocals, drums, bass, and other instruments. Of course, you can decide how much of the original instruments you're going to keep in your remix, but for this example, I'm going to use the vocals only, so mute or remove what you don't need. I wanna feel the rush, I wanna taste the crush, I wanna get you going. Now it's time to go crazy and build a new instrumental or beat underneath in your own style. I'm going to make a really short techno remix, so I am adjusting my tempo to 150 BPM and using the gator effect on my vocal to create this really cool stutter effect. I wanna feel the rush, I wanna taste the crush, I wanna feel. By the way, the gator effect can also be used to create a sidechain effect on instruments. I've done that for this bass sound to make it sound like it's being sidechained to my kick. I am also adding visual EQ to filter the vocal right before the drop, so the drop hits harder. I wanna feel. And this is what we got. I wanna feel the rush, I wanna taste the crush, I wanna feel. And that's it. I hope this video showed you how to take inspiration from TikTok trends to promote your own music. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what kind of video you'd like to see next. My name is Eline Vera, here with BandLab. I'll see you in the next one and keep creating music.